Hi there folks, it's Wayne Popovic, Regional Sales Manager with Venture RV, coming to you from the Corporate Center, where we're going to talk about the new 2021 Sonics that will be available starting this fall at your local dealership. We made some nice changes to it. We'll introduce you to the product again and walk you through some of the changes, and they are really pretty cool. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you'll notice is that all the Sonics now are going to be equipped with an automotive style windshield. It's a laminated windshield just like in your automobile. So very resilient, does not need a cover, and it looks fantastic. I'm sure you will agree. The Sonic, the features that have always made Sonic one of the best values on the market are still fully intact. You've got a power disconnect switch, a battery disconnect that saves your battery. If you're going to store it for more than a few days, you can turn that off and it won't leach the power out of the battery. It still comes with the two 20-pound tanks with a quick access power tongue jack. Stabilizer jacks are attached to the frame. We actually set them at a 45-degree angle so that it creates more stability. If the jacks are in line with each other, then they work together. When they're at an angle, they fight each other, so it makes your camper more stable just by turning it 45 degrees. All the lights, of course, are still LEDs. We added bigger baggage doors. These are slam latch baggage doors, magnetic catches. You may have noticed that light just turned on. It's motion activated. And for a small camper, you have a ton of pass-through storage. It's about 35 cubic feet of storage available in there. Structurally, we're still using 5/8 tongue and groove plywood for the floors with wooden floor joists, 16 on center. That's as opposed to a styrofoam structure where a lot of lights and ultralights use. This really adds value to the product, and it will make your product perform and last a lot longer. When you go to trade it in, your dealer's not going to find soft spots in the floor that are going to kill your trade value. Plus, inside the floor is double insulation. We've got residential fiberglass as well as a layer of radiant foil, which controls radiant heat or reflective heat. All right? That's in the floor, that's in the roof, it's in the front and the rear walls as well. This is one of the best laminated, this is one of the best insulated travel trailers on the market. They've used that type of insulation in fifth wheels for the past 6 or 7 years, so it's very effective. It'll definitely keep your coach cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. The underbelly on the Sonics are fully enclosed. They are also heated. There is bubble foil insulation around the tanks, so in colder weather it's going to help keep your tanks from freezing. The enclosed underbelly creates less drag when you're towing, so you have better wind slip and better aerodynamics, better fuel economy. Okay? So all that is still the same. Power awning with a light that is in the light is actually at the wall here. Okay, switched from the inside. What's nice about the power awnings is that you never have to come outside. If it's raining, you can put the awning in or out without having to leave your camper, while your neighbor's, over there with the old manual awning trying to work on the ratchet strap. Okay. All right, let's move down the wall here a little bit. Speakers are marine grade and they're hooked up to a Bluetooth stereo. You can stream your own music. I'll tell you more about the stereo once we get inside. But if you're out here underneath your awning and you want to listen to your own playlist, you can run it right through the stereo. You hook up to it and listen to your own music. Axles are Dexter axles, and they have super lube hubs and never adjust brakes. So you never have to pull the tires to adjust the brakes or pack the bearings. Two maintenance items that a lot of times get overlooked because it's really kind of a pain to have to do it. This makes it so much simpler to maintain it. And we are using nitrogen in the tires, which is going to give you better tread life on your tires, and it resolves the #1 reason tires fail, which is improper inflation. Nitrogen doesn't expand and contract like air does, so you have a constant or very stable tire pressure. There's a 110 hookup and a cable output in case you want to bring your TV outside. Now, a lot of manufacturers will put a bracket on the wall. You know, we don't do that. I'm not a big fan of it because you're putting holes in the sidewall. But, you know, when we go camping and take a TV, or if we're tailgating, where the TV goes depends on where the sun is. So we never hang it in one spot all the time. You know, 15 foot of coax and extension cord with a little table, you put it so you can see it. So, and here's your 110 and your cable output. Your entry door is friction hinge. This will stay in place up to 20-mile-an-hour winds, and it takes the place of the old brackets that used to hook to the wall and the door. And I've been doing this a long time, and I tell you, I still grab a door and will still yank that out of the wall by trying to close it, not realizing it's hooked up. You'll never have that problem with the friction hinge door. And it comes equipped with the screen door closer, so we don't have to yell at the kids anymore to shut the door. Kind of nifty. Trek steps are included on every Sonic. They simply fold out of the way. You got to make sure this door's all the way open, otherwise that bracket will hit it. Snaps right into place. Comes out just as easy. You pull the blue lever, fold it down, and these legs are adjustable in and out in case you're on a hill or in a little depression in front of your door. You can adjust it so the steps are in the right place, and also it makes it so that the door closes like it's supposed to. If this is too high, the screen door won't close over it. So easy to adjust and a great feature. Equipped with a large grab handle when you walk in, assist handle, and right next to the door you have this nifty little dog leash tie-out that some people claim can be used to open bottles of your favorite beverage, whatever that may be. So you'll have to do your own research on that. Okay, on the back of the camper, I'm going to point out a couple of features. I'm going to tell you a little bit about, a little more about the construction of Sonic. There's a couple other special things about it, but let's start with each Sonic is pre-wired for a backup camera. Goes right there, and there's a dedicated satellite line as well as a cable hookup. If you're somebody who takes your satellite receiver with you and you plug it into the cable side, there's a booster behind the TV that the satellite signal doesn't like to go through. So you have to either rewire that or figure out a different way to get your satellite signal to your TV. We just give you a dedicated line. So you can have cable and satellite hooked up at the same time. And also you may notice on a light or an ultralight, you don't always get a 4-inch tube bumper. This is a great place to store your sewer hoses or whatnot. It's very stable. Your spare tire, you know, you can put a bike rack on the back of it, so you don't always see that. Structurally, I want to talk a little bit about the frame that we put underneath these. This is a BAL NXG frame. BAL's frame is made out of American steel, right? Most of it, as I understand it, is sourced out of Ohio. And then it's premium grade. It goes through 7 acid washes before it gets powder coated and baked. You heard that right. This is not just dipped or sprayed. It's powder coated and baked on. So our frames have superior corrosion protection. There's nothing worse than having your frame rusty after your first season. You're not going to have that problem with the BAL frame. And it's an S channel as opposed to an I-beam. So there's no welding on the frame itself, so you're never creating heat stress in the metal. It also reduces the likelihood of any type of cracks or failures. When things are attached to it or it's extended, they use huck bolts, which are fasteners that are used to hold airplanes together, and locomotives, and cell phone towers, bridge supports. Anytime there are catastrophic consequences of a failed weld or a cracked weld, huck bolts are the thing to use. Is it overkill for a light or ultralight travel trailer? Some might say it is, but we've never had a failure, and that's the key. Just want to take a quick second on the other side of the camper as well to show you the utility center. Okay? This is the area where your 30 amp cord plugs in. You've got your black tank flush and your water input as well right here. And there's also an outside shower. And this is not just a spray port. You may notice it's got the hot and the cold, and you can turn the water stream on or off with this little valve. Very handy. And we always try to put it right next to your dump valve so you can spray your hoses off and keep things nice and clean as you're setting up and tearing down camp.